Hi, let's do a word problem question. Word problems is one of the common question type in SAT, right? So let's see this question. In planning maintenance for a city's infrastructure, a civil engineer estimates that starting from the present, the population of the city will decrease by 10%. So here this is important. It is decreasing by what? 10% every 20 years. If the present population of the city is 50,000, which of the following expression represents the engineer's estimate of the population of the city in T years, right? So here he's not saying 1 year or 2 years, he's talking about T years. T is a variable here, right? And all the options are in terms of expressions, right? Now, how do we do this? For this we have a formula. What is the formula? Final value equals to initial value times 1 minus rate whole to the power number of periods, right? Now, this is what we need to figure out. Initial value, that means what is the initial population? Initial population is 50,000. So 50,000 times 1 minus rate. What is rate? 10%. So 10% is 10 over 100. Whole to the power number of intervals. We will come to this later, right? Now 50,000 times 1 minus 10% is nothing but 0.1, which is 50,000 times 1 minus 0.1 is 0.9, right? So we'll see this later. Now, before going to solve this completely, let's see if we can eliminate any of the options. 50,000 times 0.9 whole to the power something. Where do we have this? First option is 0.1, so this cannot be the answer. Second option also is 0.1, this cannot be the answer. So now two options are matching, so it could be either option C or option D. Now, how do we figure it out? So here he is saying for every 20 years it will decrease once, right? So let's say this is 0 years, initially it's 0 years and then 20 years. So from here to here it will decrease one time, and again after 20 years, that means from here to here again it will decrease one time, right? That means in 40 years it will decrease twice, in 20 years it will decrease only once. Now that means if I substitute, let's say t equals to 20, because after every 20 years it will decrease once, so that means it should decrease 1. This will be the number of periods. Now that we know when we substitute t equals to 20, we should get 1 in the power. Let's substitute t equals to 20. So if we substitute 20 times t is 20, which is what? 400. So this is 400 periods, not one period. So this is not matching. So then we can eliminate this. And option B, anyways, this is the only option left out. We can actually select this, but let's give it a try. So this is t is what? 20. 20 divided by 20 gives you 1. So if you observe, this power is 1, period is 1. So this is the only option matching. So we can say answer is option D.